All right, friends, it's T-Man. We are back with a Blaha video. And man, I really have to react to this video because it's funny. So I'm going to react to the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave himself, Jason Blaha. Blaha says eating health is less expensive than living on junk food. How would he know that?
Eating healthy is not more expensive. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha.
How does he know what's healthy for him? Because he's such an unnatural human being. He eats extremely unhealthy. Look at those man boobs. You know, it's funny. My friend told me today we were doing something. He's an older person. He's in his 70s now. He told me how to get rid of his man boobs. I told him, stop feminizing yourself eating these fake foods. He was in the mall eating these chocolate bars. And I told him, why are you eating chocolate bars? He says, what are you going to eat? I go, I'm just eating meat. I'm going to order meat and I'm going to eat meat. That's all I'm going to do, dude. And he's like, okay. Then later he was sitting next to me and he went to go get a hamburger, like a cheesy little cheap ass hamburger, which is really nasty. I don't know. He could have ate what I ate, but he's too cheap.
Here, I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today, but if you guys would, please click like down below. We'd greatly appreciate it. If you are not following or subscribed, then please do so and drop me a comment down under the video. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. It can be just to say hello. It can be to give your thoughts. All right, there's this massive myth out there, that people have that eating healthy is expensive, and it's just simply not true. It's not true, but I think a lot of it is
I'll agree with that. It's not expensive to eat healthy because when you eat healthy, you don't eat a lot because you get a high nutrient diet. It's based on high nutrients, and so once you have enough nutrients, you're pretty full. You don't have to eat all the time. I pretty much eat like one meal now a day. It's just some meat or fish, and that's really it. I'm quite full now recently. I've been quite full recently, I don't know, I've just been quite full recently. But if I go back to lifting like the way I usually lift, then of course it's going to increase more because I'm building muscle. But I stopped for a bit, like 2-3 weeks or something, and I find one meal a day. Yeah,
what it comes down to. People do not know what eating healthy is. They buy into healthy TM. They're like, oh, this healthy cereal costs twice as much or 3 times as much. And I'm like, it's not healthy.
Whoa. This healthy cereal? Cereal's fake. How can it be healthy for you? It's fake. It doesn't exist out in nature.
It's junk food being marketed with a healthy label on it. Like this is no better than the cornflakes or the Rice Krispies. You'd be just as well off.
Look, it's not you.
Like, quite frankly, it's so minuscule in terms of the improvement, but I'm like, but you could eat oats instead.
What? Oats is for horses. That's gross. It has to be processed. Again, this is fake. It's not for humans. It doesn't exist out in nature.
You could just eat plain oats. That costs less than the cereal. You could put some banana in it and some sort of protein source. Done.
And those bananas are engineered. They're fake too. They don't exist out in nature. It's not something you would stop and eat. So Blaha's really, I told you, such an artificial individual. Go figure, man. He's going to advise you to eat things that are engineered, that are not made for your health. They're made for marketing, not health.
How much cheaper is that? Notice I didn't say the little packets.
Right, how much cheaper is that to poison yourself with these fake, artificial, engineered foods?
All the junk added, just oats. Oats with some fruit. A little Greek yogurt. Done. Insane.
Why do you think he's so feminized from eating oats? Oats feminize you. So does that crazy Greek yogurt shit crap.
A healthy breakfast. Healthier than any cereal that has ever been sold on any shelf in your adult life.
Man, oats is, they're eating it just like cereal. What are you talking about? It's disgusting. It's made out of the same crap.
Okay? Right? We all understand this? As though we have to eat breakfast foods. There's a weird cultural phenomenon.
What would he know what is healthy for him? Look at the structure of his body. The food has destroyed him. You are what you eat. That's why he looks feminized with man boobs.
With that, don't get me started. Why people think they need a different food for breakfast? I guess I'm lucky I fast in the morning, so I don't have to eat breakfast foods. Because anything before.
He's lucky he starves in the morning. See, I don't have to starve myself. I simply eat when I'm hungry. And if I'm not hungry, I could not be hungry sometimes for hours. And then maybe later I might eat something. Yeah. Because I eat a very high nutrient diet. My cells are so adjusted now to absorbing nutrients.
Or noon has to magically be a breakfast food. It's some religious law or something, you go to hell. All right, but that aside, let's think about that for a moment. Well, that's considerably cheaper. It's way cheaper. All right, but people don't know what.
Yes, it's way cheaper. Eat oats so you can shrink your penis and your testicles so they can get smaller, so you can increase estrogen, have lower testosterone. Also, fuck up the sensitivity of your androgen receptors. Even if you had low testosterone, they probably bind and seem like it'd be high, but it can't. It'll also feminize you. It'll marbleize your muscle, feminize you, and I don't know. It'll weaken you. It'll do a lot of stuff, man. Whatever. And it'll deteriorate you faster than you're aging. Like Blaha, look at him at 85 here.
Healthy is, and I'm like, let me give you examples. For most people, healthy people say, what about healthy fat? The average person doesn't need any healthy fats. Healthy fats are for lean people. Okay?
What?
You have visible abs. Man, you probably don't need to be worried about healthy fats just yet.
Healthy fats are for lean people. Healthy fats are animal fat.
You need to be fit. You need to get your body fat down to a reasonably healthy level. So at least you have a flat stomach and no love handles. Till you're at that point, why are you worried about healthy fats at all? Like, being fat is unhealthy no matter what you eat. So why are you guys worried about adding healthy fats then?
Okay, what's healthy fats to you, Blaha? Seed oils?
Just stop. So what should people be eating? Minimally refined carbs? Carbs that are not refined sugars, and lean protein.
You should be eating animal products like seafood, preferably not predatory fish, but the kind that eat plankton, smaller fish. And yeah, I don't know if you can get bison where you live. That would be great. Different types of meat. Stay away from pork and chicken, man. They're just crap. Beef is good, grass-fed. Typically, yeah. If you could get those things.
Vegetables, right? Chicken, rice, and vegetables are pretty cheap. Okay. Now people say, well, the chicken can.
Chicken, rice, and vegetables. Chicken is putrid. It's a carnivore animal. It's crap. Rice has arsenic. It's crap. And the so-called vegetables that they're all shit too, man. They're filled with oxalates. It's all crap, bro.
If you're eating bodybuilder levels of protein, it could add up. You have to come up with $3 a day for that protein source.
Yeah, but these so-called bodybuilders, they're not building muscle, so it doesn't matter how much protein they eat. See what I mean? If you're not damaging your muscles, you're not building any muscle. You can blow up the sarcoplasm, but that doesn't mean you have muscle. It gives you a different look, sarcoplasmic, myofibrillar. These things, they give you a physically different look. Like if I eat carbs, even if I am doing, let's say I am building, myofibrillar growth, but the sarcoplasm I expanded, it's going to give my body a different look. My body can take shape different. It gives different looks. It looks sometimes better like this, sometimes better like that. It depends what I'm eating. But it's always going to be better if I just eat animal products. But if I introduce these weird foods like fruits and vegetables and like carbohydrates, it's definitely going to give me a different look. And it may not be as good as a look as I would get just eating animal products and building myofibrillar growth. Get it? So yeah, that sarcoplasmic look, it just makes you look big, but it just doesn't look as good as myofibrillar growth. You understand me? Looking dry.
Probably going to be the more expensive end of your food, not going to lie. $3 or $4 in lean protein, yeah. $5 a day. That would be the most expensive thing you eat if you're on a budget and you're trying to bodybuild, would be the protein. Okay, for the whole day. But compare that to McDonald's. Like, you should spend $10 at McDonald's for a lunch. $10. I can put most of you on a healthy bodybuilder diet, like literally a diet to gain muscle and get you to 200 pounds. Healthy can be done for $10 a day.
Yeah, he's gonna put you on a $10 diet a day, man. What are you gonna eat for $10 a day? Let me see. Cornflakes and some processed milk. Okay.
Healthy can be done for $10 a day. All right, you see where we're going with this? But let's talk about other healthy foods.
No, I don't, Blaha.
So chicken, any lean meat. Okay. But chicken, because it tends to be the most cost effective. You can find other things. Lean, meaning no more than 10%.
Chicken, which is inoculated with everything and fed garbage. Chicken, let's eat these nasty chickens. Then they've been like tortured and stuff. They have holy shit, bro. I can't even describe it, man. Whatever. These putrid chickens, it's just gross, man. And then he wants you to eat like rice and vegetables or some crap.
Out of his calories from fat.
Calories. Calories are not healthy for you. Get it?
Okay. Leaner meats.
Okay.
All right. Low fat or fat-free dairy. That's telling me skim milk or reduced fat milk is expensive. You're telling me Greek yogurt is expensive. Don't buy the flavored ones. Quit buying the stuff with all the flavoring. That's actually garbage. Refined sugars and garbage added. Add some fruit to it. Add something to it that you enjoy the taste of. Done. Rice, potatoes, vegetables. I mean, technically pastas can be, that's fine. We could argue.
Rice, potatoes, pasta. I'm not against potatoes, man, as a starch you need sometimes for lifting, for, adding this source, but that's about it, man. I wouldn't go with anything else than that. All the other stuff he's mentioning is just crap, man. Like, I'd say you're on a budget and you really want to build your body. And you want to do it as quick as possible. So you want to do eccentric overloads, okay? And you want to stick to, you might want to carbohydrate potatoes. Potatoes are cheap. You can buy them dirt cheap everywhere. As a starch, okay? As a builder to help you. It'll preserve the protein for the building, whatever. It'll also increase some insulin for, keep you anabolic and a bunch of stuff. So you definitely need a starch. Okay, let's say you have this starch. Okay, it's cheap, whatever, potatoes. You need a protein source, a cheap protein source. You definitely can find beef cheap. I'm sure you could find beef cheap. Just look in your grocery stores. You'll find beef. There's always beef on sale. It's cheap, man. And eat beef, as much beef as you can. Plus, fish. You can find canned mackerel. Mackerel is going to be better for you. Mackerel is much better fish. You can find like these canned mackerels and things, if you're on a real budget. Hell, I can find canned mackerel in like the dollar store. There's these dollar stores where I live. They call them dollar store. You can find there's cans of them, man. They're like really dirt cheap, man. Like $1.50 or something a can. And they're huge cans with a lot of mackerel in there. But you can also go to a fish market and buy mackerel. You know what I mean? Like wild mackerel. And you could make it yourself at home. Now, me, I even eat fish. I eat it raw. So I just cut it up. Like I go home with some tuna sometimes. I go home with, tuna's not so good because it's predatory. It's got high mercury. Don't eat too much of that. Like salmon, I buy like some wild salmon and I just cut it up and I just eat it raw, really. I just buy a huge piece and cut it and eat it raw. But I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you're not used to eating that, of course, you probably might want to cook it. But if you're going to cook it in butter. Buy yourself some butter and cook it in butter, man. Don't do anything in seed oils. That's bad for you.
About white pasta, but compared to what the average person eats, white pasta is pretty low down the list of concerns. I'm going to throw it into the relatively healthy category. Rice, potatoes, cheaper fruits. Buy fruits that are the ones that are on sale. Bananas are dirt cheap. Okay. chicken, rice, vegetables, some bananas.
Don't eat bananas or fruits. They're just sugar. Sugar doesn't build muscles. They'll they'll fuck you up from building muscles. So be careful with that. That's what I discovered. So you don't want to eat that. Don't listen to Blaha. He's stupid. He's not building his body. He doesn't know what builds bodies. He lacks lots of experience. He lacks a lot of experience in the lifting world. He just knows how to shoot up.
A little bit of low-fat dairy. Like, that's all you need. This is healthy. Go look at the price of this stuff. Look at the price of a 10-pound bag of rice.
You don't need a 10-pound bag of arsenic, okay? You're not there to poison yourself and destroy your health. You're there to try to increase, keep your health relatively healthy. And you're just there to build muscle and get stronger. That's basically it.
Chicken breast can usually be almost anywhere for less than $3 a pound. Okay, now if you're eating a whole pound of chicken.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to, you can buy chicken breasts and eat them. I mean, but beef is always going to be better, and so is seafood, man. But hey, each to their own. And shellfish are really good. All kinds of seafood, shrimp, shellfish, these are all great, man. Yep.
Breast every day. I assume you're trying to gain some muscle, right? Health purposes, you don't need that much necessarily.
But it doesn't matter how much you eat of that. If you're not damaging muscles, you're not going to grow any muscle. It's really simple, bro. You're not going to grow any real muscle. Look, go lift the way you usually lift, these guys, whatever, lifting in the gym, and stop eating carbs and just eat meat. And you'll find out very quickly you're not building any muscle. Muscle's astronomically difficult to build. And even when you're eating a lot of protein and damaging muscles, you'll find out how hard it is actually to build real myofibrillar growth. It ain't easy, and it takes time.
You need 150, 200 grams of protein. 100 grams a day is good for most people. So what? Half an ounce of chicken breast, $1.50 of chicken breast, some rice, some vegetables, some potatoes. Potatoes are a vegetable.
Yeah, potatoes. I don't know. Are these the same potatoes that they found in Peru? I don't know. Who knows, man? But it's all we got, It's all we got.
People say, well, I don't like it. Well, put some sauce in it. You tell me you can't find a sauce that you enjoy that doesn't have a bunch of garbage in it? Some Asian sauces, some Hispanic sauce.
I love this. Sauces. Like, you need these sauces, dude. Why? Because all that shit's toxic. Cover up the toxicity.
Mexican sauces, salsas. All sorts of stuff with rice. But that's healthy. That is like, again,
Yes, eating all this artificial food is healthy for you, even though it doesn't exist in nature. But how is it healthy for you? It's not. That's the problem. See what I'm trying to explain to you? Anything that's artificial is not healthy for you. Anything natural is going to be healthy for you. Now, of course, these animals are domesticated and they're given shots and a bunch of stuff. They're unhealthy animals because they're forcing them to eat things they're not supposed to. So, is that healthy for you? Well, it beats the alternative. No, it's not healthy for you because whatever is going on with them will be passed on to you. So if the cow eats these mycotoxins, then they are passed on to you. Now, if they get dysbiosis, it's passed on to you. You understand me? So that is a big problem. And you're inoculated and they're inoculated. So we're just a very unhealthy people, unhealthy society. We do very unhealthy things because we're just unhealthy. We're sick. We're sick in our mind. We think we're intelligent. That isn't intelligence. It isn't intelligence to feed your children artificial fake food and grow them and poison them. Poison your children as they're growing up because you want them to eat the slave food diet. It's just crazy, bro. And you want them to go to slave school and slave jobs, slave money, this, that. Instead of like living a natural life, which none of us are, and we probably will never live, we'll never just know what that's like to live a natural life out in nature. Like, just to hunt and live out in nature, hunt and eat and enjoy life out in nature. No, we enjoy this artificial world like Blaha lifting these artificial man-made weights in his garage the rest of his life. It's like Blaha died and is in hell now, and the devil said, God said, you know what, I'm going to punish you. And the Blah said, how? He said, I'm going to make you lift these weights off the floor forever in this garage. And Blah's like, yeah, okay. I don't see that as punishment. He goes, are you sure? And Blah says, yeah, I don't see that as punishment. He goes, I'll just shoot up drugs and lift these weights and entertain people on YouTube. Oh, okay.
Just described for 99% of Americans would probably be the healthiest day they've ever had in their life.
Oh, really?
And there's no
Oh, really? Okay.
quote health foods. You don't need organic acai berries. You don't have to buy anything special. You don't need supplements. Like if you eat like that, your need for supplements is kind of gone, right? Why are we taking a bunch of? You really need
Well, if you eat meat, you don't need any supplements because it's got all of the nutrients in there.
bunch of vitamins? Do you really need any of that? Not really. You're eating a balanced diet. I should eat lots of vegetables in there. What is it you think you're getting from these other supplements
Okay.
you're taking?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very, very inexpensive. Get an Instapot, get a rice cooker, cook your chicken in bulk. Like, well, I got to, well, fine, cook 10 pounds
Yes. Okay, Blaha.
of it at a time in the oven.
I'm on it. Well, I would say if you're going to cook your meat and stuff, you can make roast beefs and things, You can make a roast beef is amazing. It lasts you maybe a couple days. I don't know, make a nice huge roast beef. Now you can make them with potatoes in the pan and everything, whatever. Put some bouillon in there. Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Yeah. Like, look, man, I'm no saint when it comes to eating chicken. I've eaten rotisserie chicken because we have them here in my neighborhood. There's a store here. They sell them for like, I don't know, $9 a chicken, roasted chicken. So yeah, in the United States, what we pay is going to be even lower than that in price. So it's going to be cheaper. Toronto's a very expensive city. That's why. Roasted chicken here used to be cheap around back like this few years ago. It used to be like $5.99 or something for a roasted chicken. So yeah.
There's your solution. And these are not, people say people don't cook, have time to cook, but these are all quick solutions to cook. I didn't say you have to have an elaborate meal. Like people think that
I do like those chicken hearts though. I like the organs. They're really good. The gizzards and the hearts. They're really good, man. Beef hearts, amazing liver. Man, I like the organs. They're really good. Those chicken hearts are amazing.
they have to have some elaborate meal.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's why you're fat. That's why you're a fat ass. Because you think that every meal has to be a gourmet meal with 57 things in it and be hyper palatable for you to be happy, and then you overeat and you become fat.
Okay.
Can't you just eat normal, plain whole foods?
Right.
Okay, we're talking about eating healthy. We're not talking about eating what you find delicious and want to overeat.
Oh, yes. We're talking about eating healthy, not what you consider tasty, delicious. Yes. That would be meat and seafood. It's not based on addiction. Yeah.
Eating to nourish your body. That's what healthy means.
Yes, that's what healthy means, to nourish your body. So that would be what? Meat and seafood. Yeah.
All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that.
Thank God. I'll see you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. That was interesting.